is some Nintendo Switch 2 news. Now, I know this has something to do with the magnet Joy-Cons and stuff like that, because like one of the biggest things I've seen surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2 in terms of like not stuff that's leaks, in terms of talking about confirmed stuff, is the Mario Kart 24 player races and the Nintendo Switch, the way that it connects, instead of using a railing, how it now uses magnetism instead. I've seen a lot of people talking about that, saying they don't like it, they like it, it's meh. And like, besides the specs, like I said, and besides like the Mario Kart thing, this is one of the things in the Joy-Cons in general that I've seen people talking about. So I checked this article, I believe. No, this is not the one I checked. This is the one I checked. I want to read the synopsis, then I want to watch the video. Nintendo Switch 2's new video offers a closer look at how the Joy-Cons that detach magnetically from the console with the press of a small button. Unlike the original Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons don't slide along a rail, instead they snap into place. Until the console comes out, and until I use it, jury's still out on whether that matters or not, but come on, let's be real, guys. Let's be fucking real. Y'all know what I am. The last 3 Nintendo consoles that have been released, to me, as far as I'm concerned, have been smash machines. Now, the Wii U was in general all around ass for everybody that was like any type of fan of gaming, whether you were just a Nintendo fan or whether you were just a fan of gaming in general and you like the form factor or whatever, yada yada yada. The Wii U was just an L for everybody involved. All right. So the only thing that was a smash machine. The Switch. Now the Switch had a lot of bangers, had a lot of good games. But I brought like 6 games across the Switch's lifetime, and one of them was Super Mario All-Stars 3D, and you know why the fuck I brought that. If I could, I would have brought 2-3 copies, but I brought 1. What else did I say? Oh wait, no, only 2. Well, oh no, counting this one, it would be 3. So the Switch 2, Switch 1, and the Wii U, all 3 of those smash machines. But I do want to see what the Joy-Cons are like, because maybe the Joy-Cons will be so much better on this console that, unlike on the last one, I'll actually want to use them. Also, like before, I didn't care about, like, I still don't to a degree, care about like portability in a gaming console, but you know, maybe that'll change. Maybe my taste will change a little bit and I'll actually like it. We'll see. Unlike the original, more details about the blah blah blah, the April 2nd. Where's the video? I don't want to. Am I none of this extra shit? Okay, boom. Oh, so that's not like a controller button. You press that and it pulls off. So it's only magnetic at the top or the bottom, just one point. I don't like that. Unless like the magnetic part is the screw, or the screw has something to do with the magnetic part. I don't like that. No, it's this little button thing, because you can see the button like go in and go out. I don't like that. We'll see, but I don't like that. Because like the reason why I think there's more of a focus on the reason why I think there's more of a focus on them doing it this way instead of the other way around, like how they previously had it, is because they realize that there's a large fan base of people who use the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode primarily. Even though like people who are gamers and people who are early on the Switch, we mostly use our shit docked, hooked up to a TV, but there's a good portion of people that don't use it like that, that don't play with the Switch like that. So I think that's more of their focus for this Nintendo Switch successor, but good on them for listening to the fan base and tending to the needs of the people who actually buy their product. Unlike the big 4 of upcoming superhero games that we're supposed to be looking out for this year and beyond, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Don't. Because we've heard announcements from multiple, off the top of my head, because the reason why I saved this is because not too long after I seen this, I seen a post mentioning the big 4 of announcing a video game, and never dropping info about it. And it showed Wolverine, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, and Blade. Like no. Wolverine, Wonder Woman, the Black Panther, Captain America game, and Blade. Either Blade or Iron Man was the last one out the two. But it was mentioning how a lot of these games, they got announced. We seen cinematic trailers and stuff like that. Nothing else. That's it. We ain't see not a lick of gameplay. We ain't hear a dev diary. We ain't see a second cinematic trailer. We ain't hear the developers drop a blog post. We ain't see a website get created, a domain get registered. Nothing. A job posting that alludes to some type of upcoming technology that could potentially be put in the game. Nothing. We haven't seen a lick of evidence. And I want to read this article and see if there's anything else I'm missing. Don't give a fuck about the first one. Marvel's Blade. Blade is no stranger to video games. The Wesley Snipes incarnation had 2 movie tie-in games, and he's appeared in various other big Marvel. Yo, what the fuck happened to movie tie-in games? Like, real talk, we need to bring back movie tie-in games, because there's so many like hidden gem movie tie-in games. Like, I'm gonna be real, yes, there were for those of y'all who are actually there, I'm not talking to the niggas that's looking back and retrospect, either playing the greatest hits or the worst hits or something like that. Like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the people like me that was actually there in some capacity, who witnessed it for themselves. What happened to cartoon tie-in games, to movie tie-in games? What happened to fucking just tie-in games, period, in general? Because I'm not gonna lie, nowadays, if it's not a book or something like Tom Clancy or something like that, we're not seeing no tie-in games for anything. Bring back tie-in games, because like one of the things that gaming is hanging by a thread on is the fact that a lot of these franchises and stuff like that they're publishing are attached to IP that are very familiar and very well known. Bring back small scale, single A, double A type movie tie-in games. It ain't gotta be the most intricate, most crazy thing ever. Just give us simple 10 to 15 hour games. Make it 20 if you do all the side missions and you do everything in the game. And put more of those out. We need more of those. We need less games that are long for no reason. We need less 80-hour adventures that cost $100 million just to only make $500,000 and sell half of 500,000 copies. Please. These ideas were cool, and like I said, we got a lot of hidden bangers, hidden gems out of this era and out of that whole period for gaming. He's appeared in various other big Marvel games over the year, but the idea of a new solo title with Deathloop Studio, Woke Loop. remember the dude that was saying Deathloop was woke, but then niggas dug in the archives and found out that Deathloop was one of his games of the year? Woke Loop Studio, Arcane Lion, leading the way. Sounds like a match made in heaven. I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust Arcane with anything vampire related, bro. I don't think I can trust Arcane with anything vampire related. Now, I know the Arcane that made that is a different Arcane, but I don't care, bro. If it's vampire related, I do not trust them niggas with it. This time, Blade's adventure takes him to the streets of Paris. What did Laura Croft say? The worst city in the world. A city under siege by vampires in dire need of the Daywalker's lethal talents for dealing with the undead pain in the neck menace. While it's still early in development, Arcane has described the project as a narrative-driven third-person action game and has shared some concept art of the game. Not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck about concept art, because there's a lot of games that go through development hell and they have all this stuff fleshed out and we don't never get to play or see none of it. But the idea of this game is cool, especially with how crazy they could go with ideas and mechanics that are in relation to him being a vampire. Like maybe they add a mechanic where he could super spooky sneak up on people and like try and suck their blood, or maybe they could have a mechanic where it's a health system, right? For example, y'all could take this for free. I just want the game to be good. Maybe they have an idea, a system where he has like little pouches of blood, because remember, he still is a vampire. he has like little pouches of blood that he takes, and he has to use them to get his health up, and it gives him a temporary anger boost. But let's say the anger boost makes him feral, and like if he takes too many too often, he could go feral, and there's a percentage chance as to whether he goes feral and becomes uncontrollable and he just starts snapping on everything in sight, or if he's just gets a temporary quick power boost. I mean, that's something. I forgot this shit was even announced. Not much is known about EA on everybody's favorite genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, Iron Man, as the game is still in early pre-production. Game studios, please stop announcing games where you don't have nothing to talk about with that game. Because like, I understand and I get that sometimes studios release trailers and stuff like that for games to not only get people hyped up, but like sometimes they do it as like a trump card, like a Uno reverse type beat. I'm missing, my brain has the term on the tip of my tongue, but I can't properly think of it. But they use it as like a way to tell their higher ups, like, hey, we put this trailer out for the game, people seen it, people want it, now you gotta let us make it, you gotta let us make it, you gotta do it, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. It's like a nan and a boo boo, I got you type moment. So like, I understand they be doing that sometimes, but come on, dog, not every idea is worth making. Now if they take Anthem's gameplay and they slap Iron Man's face on it, $1 million. Day one, $1 million. Now I don't know if it was leaked or not, so I'm not gonna like show it, but I seen some gameplay, some concept gameplay for Wolverine on Xitter, the bird app, the app that is currently owned through way of purchasing by a literal fucking Nazi fraud. I seen some footage of this game, and not gonna lie, what I seen looks pretty fucking cool. Now, that's some things that they do have to clean up, but that's very, very early footage. Like, this game, it looks like it's underway and it's gonna be really freaking good. I hope they stick the landing, because boy, oh boy, the Wolverine, excuse me, there's a reason why there's more X-Men games than Wolverine games, and why Wolverine is always a main character or like a main focus in a lot of X-Men games, or even just Marvel games in general. Like, look at Marvel Rivals, because the ideas that you can engage with just making a Wolverine or Wolverine adjacent related game, or having him as a playable combatant in any game, are just so interesting and cool. But the simple fact is that the way that he plays is just like a gamer's fantasy, if you really think about it. He's berserker. He gets to run into situations. He gets to slice, cut shit up. He also has high agility, so that means he could do a lot of backflips and turns and all kinds of fancy cool acrobatics that make the gameplay look cooler. He's really strong, so he could get away with some crazy feats like being able to throw a car. He has claws that cut through everything. He has the healing factor, so he can heal up mid-fight or whatever. Like, it's just a lot of cool stuff about Wolverine that will make a good game. Just gotta make the fucking game. After 3 games spent spinning webs, dealing with pesky symbiotes, and suffering regular insults from J. Jonah Jameson, #1 cockwriter of Spider-Man, Insomniac's next project is focused on Canada's finest export, Wolverine. Beyond a cinematic... What the fuck is the G stand for again? Oh, cinematic graphics teaser trailer and a terrible attack by hackers. Yeah, that's why I say it's alleged and why I won't show it on stream, because long story short, a bunch of people hacked in Insomniac and showed a bunch of stuff for Wolverine that wasn't supposed to get shown. And part of that is another reason why I say people now understand when I say this. I'm not justifying it. I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. When people get hungry and rabid for information, they will go through crazy means to get to an end. They will go through crazy lengths to find out some more about what they want to hear about. Now, is it fair? No. Is it real? Yes. That's another reason why I say you shouldn't announce your games if you're not ready to talk about them, because there will be people who just for the fuck of it just hack into your shit and start showing people stuff that's not ready to be seen. Again, Not justifying it, I'm just saying what the reality of the situation is. Looking for a big payday, details on this Wolverine game are slim for now. What we do know is that Insomniac doesn't plan to temper the dark nature of Marvel's Not So Merry Mutant. Yeah, that's another thing I heard, that this game is going to be really bloody, really gory, and it's going to be very, very rated M. And based on what I saw and that gameplay that I'm talking about, that I saw on Zitter, if you've seen it, you've seen it. If not, hey bro, you're gonna have to do some Googles on your own, and it's a 50-50 as to whether what you seeing is what I seen. But based on what I seen, yeah, that shit looks pretty cool. It looks like they really going all out. It really looks like they're going all out. Yup. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. Not gonna lie, this game looks like a cool idea, but this is one of those games that will live or die off of its execution. For the simple fact that, I'm gonna just put it like this. There's a lot of racist weirdos that are using gaming as a vehicle for their racism right now. And the main character of this game is Black Panther. Now, they may make an excuse because they want to play as Black Panther, and they want to pretend to have the BBC gene for a little while. But they may make excuses and say the diversity is not forced, but we'll see. The next game from Uncharted director Amy Hillman and Skydance Media, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, will feature more than just Wakanda's defenders and the first Avenger in Action. The debut trailer, teased by Gabrielle Holmes, who is a US soldier, and Nanali, who is the founder of the Wakandan Spy Network, as two more playable characters in the ensemble cast for the game. Gameplay has yet to be revealed, but Skydance Media did show off some of the game's very impressive. We don't give a fuck about visuals. You can show us an impressive looking game and the shit still be ass. So that's why I'm saying, off the visuals we've seen, this does look fire. This does look like a banger. This does look like some fucking. But like I said, this game lives or dies off of its presentation. While Captain America is still a rookie star-spangled hero, this incarnation of Black Panther is King Azuri, the grandfather of T'Challa. Still in the same bloodline, they still want to pretend like they're playing as a character who has a BBC gene. And the forces of Hydra are sweeping through Europa. The storyline will draw inspiration from the 2010 Flags of Our Fathers comic book art and blah 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 blah. I don't give a fuck what art it draws from. Then lives or dies off of its execution. Black Panther. Oh yeah. Another reason why I'm scared for 1943 and Black Panther is that these games are supposed to be released at around a similar time, and it's like, I get it. I want to capitalize on a Black Panther IP now that the stock in the IP is raising more and more. But please do yourself a favor and do not drop both these games in the same year. Do not drop both these games in the same season. None of that. For the simple fact, if you drop two Black Panther games back to back, you're going to be cannibalizing yourself. Please don't do it. Not content to just bring Marvel's Armored Avenger back to life. EA blah blah blah, nigga. Mystery Marvel game. We don't even know what the fuck the game's supposed to be about. Why should I care? First revealed at the Game Awards 2021. Monolith has kept pretty quiet since then on its upcoming Wonder Woman game. Yeah, this game, from what I've heard, has been going through development hell, and I'm sad to say it, but this game is very likely to get canceled. And the reason why I'm sad to say that is because EA, they're over there with a rope. Well, not a rope. They're over there with an arm, because a rope implies that they want to do it to themselves. They're over there with the patent to that damn, what's the name of that system? What's the name of the fucking system where you can go back to people and like Nemesis system. Though this Wonder Woman game, there was another Wonder Woman game that was being made alongside it, but that one was definitively canceled. But EA is sitting over there in the corner with a gun to the head of the Nemesis system saying nobody can have it. If I can't have it, nobody could have it. Nobody could have it. Nobody could have it. gun to the head of the Nemesis system. Nemesis system over there developing some type of kidnappers, mental disability or some shit like that. Just being held hostage, gun to his head all this damn time. Because this game, like they said, was announced in 2021. We haven't heard a thing. And the only reports that came out about this game have all been reports saying, hey, bruh, this shit ain't looking too good. Hey, bruh, this shit ain't looking too good. The developers are complaining. Hey, bruh, this shit ain't looking too good. The developers said what they doing right now, they don't think it's going to be fruitful. So I hate to say it, but if you hear this game is getting canceled, don't be surprised. Monolith has kept pretty quiet since the last bit of info on the live service game came in late 2023 as internet sleuths claimed that it would be a live service game. Oh god. If y'all gonna waste all this fucking time making it a live service game, go ahead and cut the development now. We don't want it. We don't want it. You can keep it. We don't want it. You can keep it. Publisher Warner Bros. Stepped in to confirm that Wonder Woman will be a single-player action-adventure game set. Okay. Okay, y'all saved it. Y'all saved it. But I was about to say, I'm not gonna lie, if this shit is another fucking live service game just based around Wonder Woman, it's like, yes, is Wonder Woman a top superhero? Is Wonder Woman a top DC superhero? Yes to both of those. But is she a top superhero to where she can solo by herself have a live service game based around her? This bitch is not Spider-Man. This bitch is not Batman. Fuck no. And when Batman did it with Gotham Knights, they had something cooking, but they stupid asses didn't put Batman in a Batman related game that they wanted to be live service. If that would have just been a single player game with co-op features, whatever, but they wanted that to be a fully live service, live forever type of game. That wasn't gonna work out, gang. In terms of like IP, like off the top of my head, the only 3 superheroes I think where something like this could be pulled off would be like Spider-Man, Batman. Actually, no, just Spider-Man and Batman. Because I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of another superhero that I would want to play as. Let me see. Let me Google. I say Google. Let me ask Perplexity. What are the top 5 most popular superheroes of all time? Please tell me. Cause like I said, Batman and Spider-Man are strong enough too, but Iron Man, nah, we seen that before. Iron Man could work, but Iron Man's popularity level isn't the same as Spider-Man or Batman. And a Superman live service game, that don't sound fun because everybody's just flying around invincible, lasering each other. Either you gotta make everybody not invincible, or you make everybody invincible, in which the game will be boring. Everybody's just flying around like a fucking Boy Scout, lasering down each other with lasers because they're fucking invincible, doing no damage to nothing because they're invincible. It's like, bro, that shit sounds ass. Captain America, fuck no. Iron Man, double fuck no. So yeah, only 2 I could think of off the top of my head are Spider-Man and Batman. And Batman because he has like such a large rogues gallery and such a large amount of Batman and Batman adjacent characters, it would be cool. And then somebody like Spider-Man with the idea of Spider-Verse where you could play as different Spider-Men, women, girls, and boys, like that seems like a cool idea. That's something that could be a cool idea. But Wonder Woman, no nigga, we don't want to see it. The Wolf Among Us 2, until that shit come out, I don't even believe that shit is in development. Fuck y'all. One thing I wanted to touch on real quick is that Astrobot has won another Game of the Year award. Just like Bucky, when he jumps in the air right before he hits the map and get his ult canceled after saying, "Armed and dangerous." Boop. No again. Gets his ult again. Armed and dangerous. Again. That's Astrobot with Game of the Year awards. Again. It keeps winning Game of the Year award after Game of the Year award. Now, I don't really, as a New Yorker myself, you know, I'm not surprised that this happened. You know, New York niggas got taste every once in a while, and this is one of those once in a while situations. So I just, like I said, I just wanted to say that I'm personally happy to see Astrobot get all these accolades and get all this notoriety, because if you haven't played it yet, it is a 10 out of 10 game. And yes, I know the game is only 5 hours. The game is only 5 hours, but it's so jam-packed full of content. It's gonna be the most fun 5 hours you ever experience. It will be fun, just like Marvel Rivals. And something I'm curious about, I really want to read this article, see if there's any videos or anything attached. And I really want to know, how the fuck do you hit Grandmaster doing 0 damage? I'm gonna read. I wanna. What does it say? Damage. Matches played, 83 wins to. How you got 200 KOs? Wait, maybe it's in the second picture. Damage 000. So how are you getting? How do you have what? How many did it say in the other one? How does this one say 231 KOs, but this says 0 solo KOs, 0 critical strike KOs, 0 damage KOs, and 3,000 assists? Something ain't adding up, bruh. Something ain't adding up. But maybe we'll get some more details in an article. And Marvel Rivals player Habuski said that I hit Grandmaster doing 0 damage, also known as No Damage Rocket. They posted their stats for everyone to see with 18.6 hours with Rocket Raccoon in Season 1, 2.9 million healing, and a 65% win rate. It seems like being a pacifist isn't an entirely bad idea. Plenty of people like to debate what the function of a support role really is, blah 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 blah. While I do tend to agree that heal botting an entire game sometimes isn't enough to secure a win, there is something to be said for just focusing on keeping your team up every fight, especially in the lower ranks where bigger stats are more likely to win games. Once you get to GM rank and above though, being a one-trick healer becomes harder as the pedigree of players gets better. Yeah, that's very true, because I remember in Season 0, there was somebody who specialized in a Hulk, who once they got to like Diamond and above, people would single-handedly see him and ban Hulk just because he was so good at the Hulk. So once you get to higher ranks, being a one-trick ain't so fucking fun. Because not only is being a one-trick not fun for the simple fact that your character might get banned in higher ranks, but being a one-trick is not fun because it's like, bro, nobody wants to end up in a match where somebody picks your character and now you have to pick a character that you have like one brain cell with. Like, that's not fun, bro. And then what happens if you play one tank, one DPS and one healer, and somebody takes all three? Somebody takes your one healer, somebody takes your one tank, somebody takes your one DPS. Now you're assed out and you basically gotta start throwing because you don't know how to play nobody else. Learn two characters in every category at a decent level, then you can pick a category to specialize in, then you can pick a character to specialize in, but always have backup options. This could be anything from freezing an enemy tank, whatever. I've only played 49 games so far. We don't give a fuck. But yeah, I don't really see anything crazy with this article in terms of conversation, but I thought it would be interesting to look at because that's fucking wild. Like I said, them screenshots seem a little bit fishy because, like I said, can you please open, bro? Them screenshots look a little bit fishy to me, in my opinion, because how the fuck do you have 231 KOs, but you have 39 minutes on Cloak and Dagger, 13 minutes on Mantis, 8 minutes on Lunar Snow? So it's not like somebody could say, oh, he got 200 kills between all three. No, nigga, no. He has 18 hours, or she has 18 hours on Rocket. Get the fuck out of here. So how do you have all this time on Rocket but 231 KOs? To me, nah.